Do you know him? I'm convinced you know him, but do you also know how to identify these vintage Kens? I'm Busy Bee from Germany. I'm a longtime Barbie collector and a Barbie dog for almost 10 years. This channel is more than your just one-stop repair workshop. Do you know how Ken came into existence? He is called Ken Carson, and this is Barbie Millicent Roberts. And the children in the early 60s thought Barbie would need a boyfriend, and so Ken was created for her. Ken's birthday was on March 11th, 1961, and he turned 60 this year, and that's why I would like to make a short video about the early Kens today. So in the early years of Barbie we only have a few Kens, and that makes identification easier. What you will see when I show you these early Kens is that all of them have centered eyes, as an opposite to Barbie in the early years. She has no centered eyes. So Ken was marketed as a doll for boys in the early years with the slogan, "He's a doll." So the two Kens you see here are the number one Kens with flocked hair. They are easy to identify because they have flocked hair, and only the first Kens have flocked hair. So this was only made for a short period of time. It was no big success because the flocking came off very easily, and that's why they changed to hand-painted hair 1 year later. I'm going to link you a video above with where I show you how to reflock these number one Kens. I've done some videos about reflocking in the last years, and you can watch them if you are interested in knowing how to repair these number one Kens. This is a number two Ken from 1962, and his outfit is different. His facial expression is also different. You see, his hair is not flocked anymore. He has painted hair from 1962 on, because I think it's much cheaper in the production than when you have flocking, and flocking comes off. So his eyes are also different. The blues are different from the 1961 Ken, and his lip color is also different. You see, he has a completely different facial expression than the number one Ken. So what you also can find sometimes are these faded hats. That's also a 1962 Barbie hat. It's exactly the same one like this, just in another color. And it's a material problem that the color here faded extremely. You have it also among Barbie dolls, among the first ones. But it does not appear regularly, depending on the environment, how they were stored and how they were treated over the years. And this is a chemical reaction to their environment. So these hats are also known as ghost hats. Our next Ken is a shorty Ken. And what makes him special is also a production failure. Because when you compare him to his 1962 colleague, you see he is much shorter than this one. And that's a production mistake. The material shrinked more than they planned, and that's how he became shorter than he was planned to. What's also very characteristic for him is that when you move his arms, just give me a sec here. They fall off regularly because they are not really tied to the body. So because of this production failure, he tends to lose his pants and his arms tend to fall off when you put him a shirt on. So this is very easy to identify because he's also looking like he just made therapy when you have a closer look at him. Cheers! This here is a number 4 Ken from 1964-1965. He's the exact version like the bent leg Ken that came later, but this one is a straight leg version. And you can't move his legs, as you can see, they are straight. That's why he called straight legs Ken. And his hair color is different, exactly like his eye colors from his brothers from the years before. So he got a new makeup again. He's the last one of the straight legs Ken that were produced until 1965. So my talking Ken here represents the bent leg Kens. He's the very early one that I have from the 60s. And now let's compare the two bodies so that you can see the difference, how they developed within the years. So here you have a little comparison of these two Ken models. You see he has more muscles than he, and he is able to bend his legs while he can't do it like his 1965 brother, the bent leg Ken, which I don't have here because he's so rare. His knee joints break so often that he's a rarity, and that's why I don't have him here to show you, and that's why I used my talking Ken to show you what he is able to do. So here you can see all of my vintage Kens, and I hope that you like my little video, you share, like and subscribe. I hope that you have also learned something in this video and know how to identify your vintage Ken now. Question of the day is, how many vintage Kens do you have in your collection? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you have a wonderful day, you enjoy a nice sweet for your coffee, and see you in the next weeks. Your Busy Bee from Germany. Bye!